Hello and welcome to the Play Android Game Reviews. My name is Daniel and today I'll be showing you the game 2048 Pixels by developer Lukas Maida. I hope I pronounced it right. And it's a puzzle game, and as you might have heard in the last few months, the game 2048 or 2048 became vastly popular in the mobile game industry or flash games or anything like that. And this here is basically the same game, but it has this pixels added to the name. And as you can see already, this is the starting screen. Well, here come the pixels into play. Everything is kept in this pixelated style, in this kind of retro style. You see it already here in the logo. And here we have a, play button in the middle and a button for the Google Play Games, connection, and a button to mute sound, music, or both. And that's basically it. There is nothing more going on the starting screen. Maybe the background changing or, sliding from one side to the other. A nice addition, but let's just see how the game actually looks while playing it. And we are greeted with this quick introduction into the game, and it says swipe cells to match them together, sum the same numbers, and your score will increase as fast as more you will merge. So, if you're familiar with 2048 and its basic principle, you'll feel right at home with this game, because gameplay wise it's the same thing. You have to swipe along, and here we are greeted with a login prompt for Google Play Games. Let's just log in real quick. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, as I said before, it's about swiping and you have to merge your tiles. So you see, every time I swipe, new tiles show up and I have to merge them to make room for even more tiles. Because once all these, free spaces are occupied, you lost the round. And the main goal is to reach the highest tile, which is 2048. And you do this by combining two tiles of the same value. For example, I have those two tiles with 2 on them on the left side, and if I swipe up, I will be swiping the 2 from the bottom to the 2 of the top, and they merge to a 4. So basically the same thing again. I have those 2 4s, and if I swipe up, I will merge them into an 8, and so on. So this is basically all there is to do, merging tiles and the number values. And as you might have guessed, we have a 64 here right now. This adds up and this adds to the goal, or this makes you go up to the goal of 2048. So if you're, as I said before, if you're familiar with this kind of game, you don't actually need any kind of instructions because you already know what to do. It's fairly addictive, and this is one of the characteristics. It borrowed, or the basic gameplay is inherent to the basic gameplay, the high addictiveness of the game. So what is different about this game? I mean, it's obvious, it's the style. While the original, as far as I remember, is quite clear-cut and, rather mute colors, this one is really colorful. It's really, popping colors with all those bright yellows and the bright blue in the background. And the most distinct feature of this one is the pixelated style. So you have everything, nothing is smooth, everything looks like it, is from another era of video games. It's a retro style, so it basically tries to emulate a style from older games, and it does it really well. It looks nice, and we couldn't find anything wrong with the graphics, like lags or slowdowns, frame drops, or anything like it. So this is a +2, and well, just nice to look at. And graphics are one of the strong suit of this game, as well as sounds, as you might hear in the background. There is this music playing, and it's chiptune, which basically means music, well, played in 8-bit style, as I'd say it, I'd describe it. So you have basically this reminder of older times or times long gone in the, well, video game era. So it's all about nostalgia, actually, with its sounds, with its music, and I mean, you can hear the sounds as well. They are reminiscent of older games, of all these, I don't know, if you played Super Nintendo or even Nintendo Entertainment System, you might recognize some sounds, or you might think, oh, this sounds familiar to those games back then. So we have all this retro style going on, and it's really nicely done. It really adds to the game. And there we have it, game over. I didn't make it. I lost all the free spaces. Couldn't. Okay, let's just click this add zone away. Okay. And then we get our game over screen with our, well, current score, our, well, overall score. Let's just check out the leaderboards. We have top score and total score. Let's go to top score first. And of course, this is pretty standard. Here you have all the other people playing the game. Let's go back to the game, and it's the same for total score as well. Let's go back, and as you can see, even the, well, animations for the transitions between all those menus and main menu and from Google Play to the game and back again are nicely done. As well as the controls, I mean, they are responsive, there is no input lag, and it is, well, really easy to control. If you're familiar with this, it's just swiping, everything works very smoothly. So there is nothing I can say bad about controls as well. Where the game falls flat for me is it's basically the same game there is already. Or it's basically, I don't want to say a clone, but it does the same thing as other games already do. Only difference is the graphics. The graphics are great, or the style overall is great, but in terms of gameplay, it's the same game. So there is nothing new here if you expected any extras or something. Doesn't need to be actually, because I mean the gameplay is not bad and the graphics really add to it, but you should not expect some surprises. Well, and in terms of replay value, I mean, as I said before, the gameplay is highly addictive. So you will be coming back to this. You will be going like, I want to make it to the top. I want to, well, reach even higher tiles next time. So you will start it up again. And it's fun as it is. There's nothing bad about it. So, what, yeah. High on the addiction factor here. And it's pretty easy to pick up as well. Plus, it has the combination with Google Play Games. You can compare yourself to other people. You can compare your skills and, well, just compete with other people. So it's good for competitive players as well. What I found was missing were, okay, game over here again. Let's just go back in. What I found was missing were stuff like achievements maybe would be a nice addition. I mean, it would just increase the overall content of the game. But it's not a must. This game as it is pretty decent and really well, really high production value when it comes to graphics, sounds, and the controls. So you, well, can just basically play it like it is. But as I said before, achievements would be a nice addition. So this is basically all there is to say about this game. I mean, if you played these kinds of games before, those 2048 games, you know what to expect, but it looks just really good. So you get a nice, well, cosmetic overhaul of the old game. So maybe if you're tired with old graphics or tired by them, you can check this out. You'll find the link to the download in the video description. The game is free, and you find the link to the Play Android article as well, where we have an in-depth review waiting for you with a final score. This is all there is for me to say here, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you'll tune in next time, and until then I say goodbye.